If I were to start a YouTube channel today, how would I do it? Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me, and back at you with another video. Today I'll be talking about what I would do if I were to recreate my YouTube channel step by step in 2024. So I've been in the YouTube field for around 8 years now, on and off, and I've noticed a change in dynamics in terms of YouTube video styles in the past 8 years. And what was done 8 years ago would definitely not work today, as the audience has changed, people's preferences have changed. Even the teenagers in general have a huge impact on what YouTube is today. So I remember when I first started uploading my Match Attack openings, there wasn't really much to consider before uploading a video. I would really just record it, say what's on my mind, edit the video, make a thumbnail, and create like a mediocre title and then upload it. I mean, this is the typical process of, making videos for YouTube, right? But being a successful YouTuber today requires more work than you think, and that's what I'll be talking about today. So before I get into the content, I do want to give you guys 2 examples that I have found really helpful. And these are YouTubers that have either been in the game for a long time or are up and coming. And I'm going to talk about the things they did that differ them from other people. So my first example is going to be Mr. Beast. I'm sure everybody knows who Mr. Beast is. I'm also aware that Mr. Beast is under some allegations right now, so I do want to steer away from that matter, but make sure that you guys know I do not condone what he did. I'm purely using him as an example because I believe that what he did for his YouTube channel is very, very effective. And I hope to use his content and his marketing strategies to show how he really became the person that he is today. So Mr. Beast started his channel when he was 13 and he gained 263 million subscribers over multiple platforms with a total of 67 billion views, which is insane. So the first component to his success is his content structure. So he usually starts his video stating the purpose of the video straight away so it doesn't waste anyone's time. And his videos range from giveaways to challenges. And usually the rules for his challenges are very easy to understand so that the viewer can really comprehend what is going to happen in this video. And I guess also the huge cash prizes, that also draws a lot of people's attention. But obviously not all of us have the money to give away such items, so that is not the part that I believe you guys should emulate. But his videos are often very interactive with the participants, and his videos always finishes off with a winner, so it kind of gives the viewer some satisfying payoff. But Mr. Beast's team's production is what actually makes him stand out from other people. His content creation has an annual budget of $48 million, and he has a team over 250 people operating in the background for each video. For me, I believe that his fast-paced editing techniques really keeps the viewer engaged so that it's on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. He never stops, and there's never a second where you're not receiving content. Lastly, I guess what is most obvious is that he creates entertainment with philanthropy into one. So he kind of has the best of both worlds, and I guess what he does has meaning to it. So my next example is a YouTuber called Dalen. This YouTuber is someone who I have been watching for the past few months, and he's been blowing up like crazy. I remember watching him in March or April when he was at 30K, and now he's almost at 100K, which is insane. So his content focuses on his entrepreneurial journey and also his lifestyle as a business owner. So what makes him special? So first, even though he was born in the Netherlands, he's actually fluent in Mandarin and proficient in Cantonese. This basically sets him up for a new whole area of expansion for his businesses, as he can work with businesses in China without the language barrier. He also lives in Hong Kong actually, so he works around areas that I grew up in, and it is cool to see him honestly just interacting with locals and experiencing the Chinese culture that I'm very familiar with. So second, he has very great knowledge in what he does, which is the entrepreneurial field. So he started freelancing at 16 and has now built multiple companies and also exited a successful software venture by 23. And what differs him from the entrepreneurs on YouTube is that he doesn't really sell a course, rather he works to create a community on platforms like School, which aims to educate instead of really selling to people. So through his vlogs, he also shares a lot about his own personal experiences about being a business owner and his lifestyle, the roadblocks that he faces, and what he does to get through them. So the viewers not only get to watch great content, but they get to learn a lot from professionals as well. So lastly, I believe the way he edits his videos is also what makes him so captivating. The music choices he chooses, the different filters that he puts on the videos, I think everything kind of matches the vibe really well, which is what really puts him out there. I've seen a lot of YouTubers or up and coming YouTubers that have been copying his style, similar thumbnails, and he almost created his own genre, which is pretty insane. So throughout the video, I'll also be quoting these two YouTubers so that you guys can see what I've been saying has been put into effect as well. But without further ado, let's get into the actual video. So now that you guys learned from these examples, I do want to give some of my experiences from not only being a YouTuber, but also being a person who watches YouTube frequently. And these are things that I've just observed and learned throughout these many years on YouTube. So the first and foremost is figuring out the niche you want to be in. So that is, what is your channel going to be about? What do you want your videos to be about? You know, is it fitness? Is it trading cards? Is it vlogs? And I think that it is super important to figure out a niche that you're interested. Don't do something that's just trending online. Do something that you're genuinely interested in so that people who have the same interests will naturally come to your channel and start watching your videos. And once you figure out your niche, my advice is to not shift your focus too much or change your niche, as this may cause you to lose some subscribers or to lose some interest from your viewers. Personally, I'm speaking from experience. I have done many different videos or different types of videos on my channel. I've noticed that some videos do better than others, and this is a mistake that I made when I was young, but nobody really told me. So as I said, my recommendation is to not search up what are the best niches in 2024. Instead, do videos on things that you are interested in. This is because the videos would seem more genuine and more insightful, and honestly, this is how you gain more subscribers, through like the relatability factor. What I would also recommend is to create content that can also give valuable information for your viewers, so that the viewers feel like they're learning something instead of just watching a video and just getting brain rot, right? So next is going to be your personality. Yes, this is a very tricky one, and I'm saying this because I've seen success in some YouTubers. Whether it's real or not, you know, that's debatable, but it works, so I'll be talking about it, but do it at your own cost. What I mean by this is your personality is very important when making a YouTube video or making a YouTube channel in general. And this is because your personality is kind of hard to fake, but also hard to be liked as well. So I'll use an example like Speed. I mean, everybody knows who Speed is, right? So his unique personality, although could be weirder than normal, actually gains a lot of attention from teenager viewers. And from what I have observed and learned from Speed, I believe that this works because he has a camera face that can turn on and off. And I'm not here to diss Speed either. I like his content a lot. I always see it on TikTok as well. But what I mean by this is that the way he acts online isn't really the way he acts offline either. So I'm not here trying to condone fake personalities or fake personas in order to gain views. What I'm trying to say is that if you have a unique personality that typically attracts people, then show it off to your fullest and use it to your advantage. Because this is honestly what I believe the best way to attract your viewers. And I mean, if you don't have a personality that, you know, genuinely people like, I guess you can put on a mask and, you know, have a different personality like Speed. And once again, this is not something I want to promote because I believe that, you know, a platform like YouTube is to be genuine, but this is also one of the marketing strategies that a lot of YouTubers make that people actually fall for, and sometimes it's honestly interesting. So the next component is very obvious, is your thumbnail and your title. So your thumbnail is probably going to be one of the things that your viewers see first, and then the second thing is going to be the title. I mean, or either way. The reason why these are so important is because it is used to attract new viewers. So let's say someone who has never watched your channel scrolls through YouTube, right? They see an appealing thumbnail that stands out from all the other recommended videos on their page. Next, they read a title and they see the purpose of the video that is conveyed in a very efficient manner. And I mean, why wouldn't you click that video, right? So what I would recommend for thumbnails is to find a style that you enjoy and one that relates really well to your content. And after that, just keep it consistent. I mean, obviously when you first start a channel, you're gonna try out different styles, different ways of editing, different thumbnails. This is totally normal. But when you find one that genuinely performs the best, I would say stick to it and keep making thumbnails like that. And this is because viewers would have a sense of familiarity whenever they press onto your channel, and honestly it just makes your page look more cohesive. As for your titles, keep it simple and effective. What I mean by this is to write your titles in a way that is easy to understand while also clearly stating the purpose of the video. So I would say try to get rid of as many filler words as possible. You can play around with the caps lock, you know, highlight some of the keywords and then like use lowercase for some of like the less important words. And I guess my general recommendation is to also look at videos that have similar content as yours and kind of take inspiration through their titles as well. I would say titling your video is very, very tricky because once you title it, it's kind of hard to change it after, right? So you want to title it in a way that it's going to perform the best once it comes out. And honestly, you can just, get a notebook, write out like 10 different variations, and then start canceling them out to see which one you like the best. So next would be the type of content you make. So this relates closely to your niche, but what I'm talking about is the way you record your videos. So I guess first thing first, I do want to talk about how a lot of our attention spans are lower than 10 years ago. I mean, I feel like TikTok fully messed up our attention span because we're used to scrolling through 15-second videos now, and we can't really pay attention to one video that's like over 10 minutes long. So thankfully, there is YouTube Shorts, and honestly, YouTube Shorts does really, really well. So you can create a channel that only does YouTube Shorts as well, and that would also do well. But personally, I do not have experience with YouTube Shorts, so I'm not going to give you insight on that. But if you believe your content is too boring, too long, you don't really get to the point, then try out YouTube Shorts, create a 15-second video and see how that performs. So next is also the vibe you want to give off in your videos. Do you want it to be like an energetic vibe? Do you want it to be serious? Do you want it to be calm? And I believe that these are all things that viewers can feel when they watch YouTube through the screen. So for example, Mr. Beast, I would say is generally a pretty fast-paced and energetic YouTuber. So that's kind of the vibe I get when I watch his videos. It just goes fast. When I watch YouTubers like Dalen, he is generally more of a relaxed, more slow-paced video. And that is honestly when I would prefer to watch his videos, maybe at night, when I'm trying to go to bed, I just put on a video. What these videos are doing is it's creating almost like an emotional attachment so that watching each video can spark some kind of emotion in you that you kind of remember. Lastly, I believe is one of the most important components is data analyzation. So I do believe that people don't talk about this enough on YouTube because many people think that to create a YouTube channel, you just, think of an idea, push the video out, think of another idea, push the video out. They think that it's an ongoing cycle, right? But what data analyzation means is to also keep an eye out for your YouTube channel's metrics. So if you do have a YouTube channel, you probably have YT Studio or YouTube Studio, and this is the app that kind of covers everything going on your channel. Honestly, they have some really good indicators on whether your channel is performing well or not, and I think that's something many people ignore. And they're all based on factors like views, clicks, impressions, subscribers, and these datas are really important to look out for because you wouldn't want to keep making the same type of content over and over again without actually realizing that they're not performing as well as you thought. In fact, if you actually learn to read these metrics, you can actually grow your channel a lot faster. So I'll give an example. For example, on the analytics page, there's an area where you can see how your viewers found your channel. You can see what demographics they're in, and you can also see returning versus new subscribers. And there's honestly so much more that you can explore through YouTube Studio or even websites like Social Blade. And speaking from experience, this is one of the things that I regret not doing enough because I would used to only look at the views, maybe the monetization, but I wouldn't really dig into the content a lot. For example, if I use this title compared to this title, which one performs better? So these are all things that you have to consider when making a video. Alright guys, I hope you guys did enjoy watching today's video. I know there are things I didn't talk about today, for example, like editing, but I believe that these are kind of self-explanatory. The way you edit is going to be important and it's going to also affect your viewers watching experience. I'm honestly not the best editor, so I can't really speak on this. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy watching today's video. If you did, please smash the like button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.